Hi guys, so in this tutorial, I want to show you how you can create Facebook ads and Facebook campaign that converts and could drive sales for your e-commerce or dropshipping business or any other business. So let's go right into this. So you go to Facebook Ads Manager, and then you go to Start Now. So for this tutorial, I assume you already have a Facebook business suite account and all of that, and a Facebook business page. If you don't, you might need to check my tutorial on that, which I'll link on the description of this one. Okay, so once you're on your Facebook Ads Manager, when you go here, that's the user icon. It shows you the account you're on. You could be running the account from your individual, your personal Facebook account, or you could be doing that from your business Facebook account. Now, I recommend for your e-commerce business, and most businesses, I recommend using your business account. So you have to switch to your business account. You click on the user icon, you'll be able to see a list of your business accounts, and then you choose the business account you want to use for running the ads. Okay. All right. So on this page, right, we'll click on this user icon here, this icon, and the one we'll click on the icon, we can see that we're at the right page. We're at our user account, and then you can see account overview here, and then you can see campaigns, right? So let's click first on account overview. And on the account overview, when you click on this triangle icon here, you would see a list of your ad accounts for that business. Now, if you have a Facebook business account, you know that that Facebook business account can have multiple ad accounts, and ad accounts are mainly like payment profiles, and then you'd have your payment card or whatever attached to it. So a Facebook business can have multiple ad accounts, could have multiple tracking pixels, could have multiple business pages, and so on. All right. So you see the different ad account, and then you choose the ad account that you want to use for any other ads. Like, so usually the payment profile you want to use for any ads. So I'll choose this one because that's the one I want to use. All right. And then down over here, if you have not already confirmed your Facebook page, you will see Facebook page, a list of Facebook page. So basically, you'll be seeing a list of Facebook page which you could be using to run the ads for the ads, right? So you just choose the Facebook page which you want to use to run the ads. So basically, now you've chosen the business you want to use for running the ads, and then you see a list of the ads account that you could use, and then you just make sure that you choose the one that you want to use. And then you see a list of Facebook pages, depending on the amount of Facebook page you have on your store, and then you just select and confirm. It's just a button. So you just click it to confirm the Facebook page you want to use. And of course, you have to verify your email address. If you haven't, you'd be able to, you see a button to do that as well. So this is good. So here I'm adding my payment info because this is a tutorial Facebook account. I created this Facebook business for tutorial purpose. So I'll leave that. So we'll go over to campaign, right? And on that campaign, we would create a new campaign. So we'll scroll down. We'll choose a campaign objective. I'll choose sales because we want to optimize this campaign for sales. So I click on continue. Now there's something to be said there. there's something to be said there. If you're running your first ad, you might want to optimize for something else. You might want to optimize for awareness, right? If you're running your first ads, and that makes sense because your pixel might not have had so much data, like you haven't made any sales yet on the store, so you might want to optimize for that, for awareness or traffic before optimizing for sales, because you haven't made any sales yet. So when you're running your ads, your pixels haven't captured data for sales. So it makes sense to start with running an awareness campaign. But either ways, you could still run for sales, but that's something to take note of. So under here now, you could see this place now, we have new sales campaign. This is, okay, for every Facebook campaign, another thing to note as a beginner, this is how it's structured. Like there are different ads. Ads are like the thing you see, like the sponsored ads you see. Of course, most people are already familiar with ads. Now, a group of ads make an ad set, and a group of ad sets perform a campaign. So a campaign can have just one ad set, and one campaign. Or a campaign can have multiple ads, one ad set and one campaign. Or a campaign can have multiple ads, multiple ad sets, like multiple groups of ads, and a campaign. Yeah, for this strategy that I'm going to be teaching or showing in this tutorial, we're just going to be creating one ad with dynamic creatives in one ad set and in one campaign. So let's go right into it. So for here, the campaign name, we'll just put whatever name you want for reference. So I'll just say tutorial campaign 1. All right. So for categories, you use this when you want to run ads for credit, employment, housing, social issues, elections, or politics. So since my primary audience that I'm creating this tutorial for are e-commerce businesses and dropshipping businesses, we're going to skip this. All right. So for buying type, you can leave it as auction. For campaign objective, like I said, this is sales, but you could edit this and just put awareness or traffic or leads, depending on what you're aiming for. And also, if you're running your ads for the first time, you could go with, if you're running your ads for the first time, you could go with awareness or leads or traffic, because I mean, you haven't tracked your Facebook pixel has not tracked sales yet. So it makes sense to go for awareness first. But then again, you can still go for sales, because even if your own Facebook pixels have not tracked any sales yet, even if it hasn't never tracked any sales yet, Facebook itself has a lot of data from other businesses, from other campaigns. So Facebook has a lot of sales data already, which you could leverage from. So it's just, I mean, you could do either ways. You could go for sales, you could go for awareness. And sometimes when you're running out for the first time and you just want people to be aware at least of your brand, you could do a little bit of running awareness ads for a bit before diverting into sales ads. But if you just want to go straight up and optimize for sales, that's fine as well. Having said this, let's continue. Also, so catalog, for this Facebook strategy, I'll be showing you we are not going to be turning on catalog. And we're not going to be doing A/B testing. So let's go straight to advantage campaign budget. Now, this used to be CBO, campaign budget optimization, which is a setting where Facebook automatically spends your ad budget across to your best performing results across your ad sets and ads. So it doesn't matter what ad set is in the campaign, how many or what ads in the campaign. Facebook will automatically look at the best result across this ad set and ads, and they will spend your budget on the more budget on the most the one that provides the most result. Yeah, so that is for this. And like I said, it used to be called CBO, campaign budget optimization, but I think recently Facebook just give it a new name, Advantage campaign budget. So when we turn this off, we'll be seeing more options. And over here, you can see why Facebook is spending your budget. They need to have a cap. So you need to be able to tell Facebook, okay, this is how much you can spend. This is the highest you can spend from my budget. And that cap could be daily. It could be like, okay, spend a max, whatever you want to spend across my campaign. It should be a maximum of $20 a day. I'm not going to spend more than $20 a day across my campaign. Or you could tell Facebook, okay, across the lifetime budget, across the lifetime of this campaign, I'm not going to spend more than a certain amount. Once that amount is reached, then end the campaign, something like that. So you could choose any. Okay. So yeah, another thing to note is when you have a brand new Facebook business page, there are oftentimes advertising restrictions that come with it, and those restrictions will be lifted as you continue to run ads and continue to be in good standing with Facebook policies. So part of it is for a new account from now, I think they make a cap on $50. So you can't spend more than $50 daily budget for a new account, kind of a restriction that once you're running ads and you're in good standing will be lifted. So this is pretty much a new account created, like I said, for tutorial purpose. So I'll just put I'll just leave it at $50 daily, but definitely you know your buckets, you know your budget, so you know what to put. Anyways, so down here, campaign bid strategy, I will leave it as highest volume, basically. All right. So if you go to edit, you can learn more about this stuff, about this bidding strategy. But for here, highest volume means that you get the most result for your budget. Cost per result goal means that you aim for a certain cost per result while maximizing the volume of your result. So for me, I'll leave it at this. All right, so we'll go to next. And now we are trying to make settings for our at the ad set level. So at the ad set level, I could just put tutorial ad sets, tutorial 1 ad sets. So you just give it a name, any name for better reference. All right. Okay, so after having given it a name, you have to choose what you want. So I want to drive sales and conversion on this website. So that's why I chose that. Okay, so meta pixels, these are like tracking pixels. If you don't know how to create pixels and connect that to your Shopify store, I would leave a link to learn that. But tracking pixels are necessary, they are good, very necessary, recommended for when you're running ads to track the data and to track performance and to keep track of stuff. Anyways, so dynamic creative, most definitely turn this on. So what this is before now, people used to like rely heavily on the experts, the marketing agencies and stuff, because they knew better how to do the A/B testing and test to see and all of this technical stuff. But when you're a new business, new e-commerce business, new dropshipping business, new business, whatever, and you don't have all that experience, all that expertise and stuff, and you don't even have all that funds to hire a big marketing agency, dynamic creative is like it solves that really, because with dynamic creative you don't have to have the know-how. Basically, you're telling Facebook to do its job because Facebook has a lot of data. Like they know they know what performs better. They can automatically test stuff in split seconds. So with dynamic creative, what you basically be doing is you're giving Facebook a bunch of creative, like a bunch of ad videos, or don't put so much though, but we'll get right. We'll get to that. But basically, you're giving Facebook creatives and headlines and stuff, and you're telling Facebook to serve this creative on your audience, test this thing out, see what creative is performing better, see what headline is performing better, see what parameter is performing better, and then learn through that, and then have the best performing combinations, what have you, and optimize for that and serve more of that to produce the best result. So with this dynamic creative, basically, you're not going to be testing out creative yourself, running this video ad and this image ad over some time and pausing it and checking which is doing better and just testing to know which one is doing better. So basically, you're not doing that. Facebook is a powerful marketing tool. So, and you're just letting Facebook do the job for you. So basically, you're telling Facebook, take this bunch of creative, go out there, test it, show this to people, find out automatically which one is performing better and optimize for that. So definitely turn this on. All right. So budget and schedule. Basically, you're saying you want your ads to start running at this time and to end at this time. So you could do that. And so over here, audience. Now, if you're an existing business, but and then you've made sales, let's say before you even took your e-commerce business online, or before you even started your dropshipping business, you already had a business before, like a business that sells to that industry. So let's assume that online you want to sell cups, and then you already had a business that was offline before that sells cups, and you already have email addresses of those customers. Or for example, you've run an online business before, and then you've used tracking pieces and you have data of those customers. So basically, custom audience, you're required to have data of your existing audience and to supply that data to Facebook and tell Facebook to take this data of your audience and then show your ads to people that match those info. So basically, you could be supplying email address to Facebook and saying, show these ads to people with similar email address. Or you could be supplying a tracking pixel information, and you're saying, show these ads to people on this tracking pixel, right? So let's just click on create new to see how that works. So this is this, reach people who've already interacted with your business. And there's also something called lookalike audience, where you reach people who you just you expand your custom audience by just telling Facebook to also show your ads to people who have similar behavior, like the people on your custom audience list. So let's just click on this. You could create custom audience from your customer list, basically supply your customer list to Facebook. You could create custom audience from you could create audience from, you can see, create an audience of people who have interacted with business in-store over the phone or by other offline channels. So if you have a list of, you've run a business before on the same industry, and then you have a list of phone numbers of your customers, you could create a custom audience by supplying Facebook with those phone numbers, and Facebook is going to find them on Facebook using those phone numbers and show you ads to them. You could create custom audience from your website. If you already have a website before, and then you had like some meta pixels that have tracked data, you could supply that to Facebook to find those people. You could create custom audience for your app activities. You could even create custom audience for meta sources. And this is cool. Like if you run ads before on Facebook, right? You could create custom audience by telling Facebook to create an audience of people who watch one of your videos on Facebook, on Instagram, right? You could create custom audience by, if you create custom audience from people who open or completed a form in one of your lead generation ads on Facebook or Instagram. So there's a lot of options in which you could use in creating custom audience, and this works if you have if you've had a business before and either online or offline. You could supply those information to Facebook to create a custom audience out of, right? But I do not use custom audience exclusively. I definitely use custom audience in addition to broad audience. So if you're using custom audience that is fine. Like if you already have, that info, but you should use custom audience in addition to broad audience. Now, this is what broad audience is. All right. So for location, you have to put you try to keep your audience broad. So you could choose people living or recently in this country, but I'll leave it at people living in this location. Assuming I want to sell like to one location. So instead of, you could go like, for example, you could put the United States. Let's see. So if your e-commerce business is going to be selling to the United States, so you could also put the United States as well as other countries, depending on where your e-commerce business is going to be selling to. So for age, I'll leave it broad at 18 to 65. And for genders, I'll leave it at all genders. For detailed targeting, I could leave that on. Okay, so let's continue. For advantage and placement, we could leave that. And then for optimization for delivery, cost per goal, we could leave that as that. So let's go next to go over to the ads stage. So for this, you could name it just to have reference again. I could just name it tutorial ads 1. Tutorial 1 ads or something. So just give it a name for reference. Then here you choose the Facebook page. You could see a list of Facebook page you could use for running this ad. So you just pick what Facebook page. If you have an Instagram page, you could see a list of it. You could pick and you could connect to an Instagram account if you're not already connected. If you don't have a list down here, you could connect to an Instagram account. Okay, cool. For creative source, I want to go manual. Like I want to leave it at manual for this strategy, and then leave it at, for format, to go for single image or video. So now you're going to be presented with this. So you select your creative. So for this Facebook strategy, we're going to be using the 3-3-2, which is 3 creatives. There are 3 of the best creatives. I already of course, if you're following my free dropshipping tutorial, I'm going to link to that here. If you're following my free dropshipping tutorial, you would know that I already showed you how you can organically test your creative even before running paid ads. So basically, when you're running paid ads, you go the 3-2-2 method. That means you're choosing 3 of your best creatives, which obviously you can make an informed choice of what creative you're using if you've already done organic promotions, and then you know which ones has the most engagement, and you pick 3 of the best. Anyways, so you pick 3 of the best creatives. That's the point here. So let's select videos, and let's go for let's pick these 3 videos. Now you can see an icon here, this warning icon, and if you click on it, you would see the reason why the warnings are there. So for example, on Facebook, there is like a specification. So this is saying this field will be marked in mobile news field, Instagram field, and Instagram Explore. The tallest supported aspect ratio for images without links and placement is vertical 4. So Facebook has like a specification like for like how long the video would be, how wide the video will be. So if you're looking at running more of stories, right? You want the ads to show up more on Facebook stories, Instagram stories. There's a specification for the wideness for Instagram stories. If you're looking at running the ads more on what is it called, on posts and Explore, there are all specifications. So these ads are still going to show up for where it qualifies to show up. But because of the format of this video, the height and the width of it, it will not show up, or it will not be placed on certain things like the Instagram field and whatever. but it will still show up on other ones. So basically, this is something to take note of. If you really want your ads to show up on Facebook posts and the width and length of it gives you this warning sign and says it's not going to show up where you want it to show up, then what you could just do is you could use a video editor like Fiverr Video, in short. These are all free video editors to or any video editor really, or Canva video editor. You can use it to select the particular formats that is required for that placement. But let's just continue. So we'll select 3 videos here, and then we'll continue. So now, we are using the 3-3-2-2 method. So now this is 3 videos that we selected. So for the primary text, we'll put a primary text here. So just write whatever you want to be your primary text. So basically just telling Facebook about, making an introduction about the video or the ad creative. That's like your sales copy, basically. So you could enter another primary text, another sales copy, maybe whatever, introducing the ad, introducing the product you want to sell. Keep it good, you need to understand your audience to be able to know how to write your primary text. So if you're selling to the US audience and you understand your audience and you know their pain point, of course, you'll know this when you've done your product research. You would know better how to communicate the value of your product. So keep it clean and just have 2 good primary texts. Then here, put 2 good headlines, add another headline, 2 good headlines, whatever. Then here under description, I don't bother with it. And the reason why we don't bother with it is if you have descriptions, you're going to have so many combinations for Facebook to test. So you have to don't give Facebook too much, because if you give them so much variables to test, how much money do you have to test all that variables? Because it's going to be like a lot when it's being combined. So that's why I keep it at 3 creatives for Facebook to test. Give Facebook 3 of your best creatives. Run organic ads. Run organic promotions. I really recommend that. See which ads perform better. And in your ads, give Facebook 3 of your best performing ads. Or do your research, know your audience, and in your primary test, communicate good, have good 2 ad copies that you write down for Facebook to test. Just 2, and your headlines too. So the 3-2-2 method. No descriptions. Over here, you just put a link to the website where you want Facebook to run your ads. All right. All right. So you could put, you could shorten the link, whatever. Then here you put your call to action button, which is shop now. Okay, now we are almost done, but this is an important one to know. That is tracking. All right. Okay, so if you have a tracking pixel, you will see the list of your tracking pixel. If you don't have a tracking pixel, you could set one up. Then when you've done this, you just click on publish. Okay, and when you click on publish, that is that. Your ads, there'll be time for Facebook will review your ads to say that it meets with Facebook policies, advertising policies, and when it does, your ad will begin to run. If you don't have any money set up on your account, like your ad account does not have any funds in it, when you click publish, you'd also be prompted to add funds to your ad account. Yeah, but there's something I want to show you. I want to show you how to troubleshoot something. And that is if you have a tracking pixel on your Facebook business page or your Facebook business account, but that tracking pixel does not show up, right? what you could do, how you could troubleshoot that. Now, if you've created a tracking pixel for your Facebook business, and you notice that when you got to this stage of running your ads, the tracking pixel did not show, you could troubleshoot that by just going to your Facebook business manager. We go to Meta Business Suites. All right, get started. All right, so once we are here on our Facebook business suite, right? That's the Meta Business Suite. What we're going to do is we click on this triangle icon here. Then we click this gear that is going to take us to the Facebook business settings, because we were previously on the Facebook business page. So now we're on the Facebook business settings. So we'll go here over to business settings. All right. So now that we're on the business settings for the particular business we are running the ads with, once you're in the business settings for, because you're running the ads, these are ads with this business, and now you're on the business settings for it. But if you're not on the right one, you could just click on this triangle. You see a list of your Facebook businesses. So just click on the one you should be on. Then you scroll down, you see data sources. You click on data sources. Then you scroll down, you click on pixels. So once you're on pixels, you see a list of pixels you have for that business. You have to select the store, like the e-commerce website or whatever, the business website where you're trying to direct customers to. You ought to have a pixel connected to that website to track data. So if you've done that, you'll see a list of pixels that you have here. So select the pixel that is connected to the e-commerce website where you're going to be sending visitors to. So now, if you don't know how to create, if you don't know how to connect a pixel to the e-commerce website where you're sending business to, obviously, I might leave a link to that below for you to learn how to create a pixel. Or if you're following my free dropshipping course, you would have already gotten to that part of the lesson. So just select the right pixel page. Then once you've done that, click on Add Assets. So if you click on Connected Assets, you'll see whether an asset has been previously added. Whether that Facebook pixel has been connected to any asset, any ad account. If you don't see the ad account you're using to run the ads here, then you have to click on Add Assets. So when you add asset, now you see a list of your ad account. The ad account we are using to run the ads we are running here, we'll just select that one, and then we'll click on Add. So the ad account has been added. I will click on Done. So now we have gone to the Facebook business page we are using to run the Facebook business settings we are using to run the ads. We have selected a pixel that is connected to the website where we want to send visitors to, and then we have also connected that pixel to the ad account. We have look at connected assets over here. We have connected that pixel to the ad account that we are using to run the ad. Okay, so let's go back to our Facebook ad manager. All right, our Facebook ad manager. So if we go over here to account overview, we would see that this is the ad account that we're using to run the ads, right? And now we just connected that Facebook pixel to this ad account. So it should show up now in our campaigns. So let's go to campaigns. Okay, let's edit. This is the tutorial ad one. That's why it's good to name the ads. So this is the one we're working on. So let's click on edit. All right. So we are at the ad stage, all right? So let's scroll down. Okay, so good. Now we just refreshed. So let's click on website events. Now you can now see the Bosman stores pixel. That is the pixel we just connected to. You can now see that the pixel we just connected to that ad account is now listed here. No more setup is now listed here. So we'll just click on that because that's the pixel we are going to be using to run this ad. So let's click on publish. Okay, so over here, it is going to show you your location and currency. If it shows you the wrong location currency, you just put the right one, and then you click on next. So over here, you'll be prompted to add payment info. Of course, this payment info will be attached to that ad account. And so whenever you're running ads with that ad account, payment is going to be made, could be made from, will be made from the payments method you've selected here, which is attached to the ad account. So you just click on next. And then assuming you're using your debit or credit card, you add that, you save. Then once you do this, your ads will go into review. It's just going to take, I think, less than 24 hours. Facebook will review it. If it does meet Facebook advertising policy, it will go public and your ads will start running.